Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Ha Rekah Kodash Ma'amath. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well and teach well. Double honors to my elders as well, Ahawan Ban Yasharala from the Lion's Den Camp. And salutations to the fellow Akim, Atwafium, and children that believe in truth and sincerity. It's your brother, I thank y'all back to you with another lesson in Yahweh Ratazah's edifying. All right, and just a video I ran across, Colton Noir. All right, and as you read the title, it says Florida Senator introduces AR-15 and large capacity magazine ban bill, SB 370. All right, which is gonna cause a lot of uproar. All right, and that's what Esau tends to do. All right, cause uproar and order, chaos. All right, because that's how he operates, man. Order out of chaos. All right, order out of chaos. All right, but what our people fail to realize, you see, is that Esau was blessed with the sword, man. Back in the book of Genesis, chapter 27, verse 41. I want to say, all right, it speaks on how Isaac gave Esau the aftermath, all right, after giving Jacob the inheritance, all right, the true blessing, all right. Esau wept, all right, and Esau ultimately got the fatness of the earth, all right, and the sword, man, and the rule by the sword, all right, the art of war, you know, the sword, which is the modern day gun today, all right, the musket, you know. Back in the ancient times, men used to war with actual swords. And now, in this present time, they war with, the musket, the gun, all right? And now, soon to be, the ICBM missile, man, all right? After splitting the atom, all right? But as this guy right here, basically he, goes on a rant, pretty much like a majority of the people in the South are going to do when different states start to push these bills after Joe Biden eventually getting into the office is gonna come after the Second Amendment. All right, I just want to go to the I want to go to this mark and just listen to what he say.
Below and 1 star above the requested weapon to be confiscated, representing the Lone Star State. Today, there was another growing gun confiscation request in all 50 of our states requesting to confiscate our AR-15s. We want the government to know what would happen if they tyrannically passed their so-called assault weapons ban. I will not comply is a symbolization of defiance against politicians, anti-gunners, and any other tyrannical entity looking to deprive you or your Second Amendment right as put forth in the Constitution of the United States. All right, now we have the performance mask at shop.mrcolonnoir.com. And no, these aren't the masks that suffocate you to death. You can breathe in this mask.
See, the scriptures speak on our people having the zeal of Yahweh, but not according to knowledge, man. You know, because this is not the way. You know, ultimately, this is carnal, man. And as the scriptures say, bring it out. To be carnally minded is death, Romans 8:6. And this is Romans 8:6. For to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. Because the carnal mind is enmity against Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, for it is not subject to the law of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Neither indeed can be. Right? It can't be, man. You know, because to deal with the law, you have to be spiritual, man. Put off the old man and not deal with that carnal mindset. All right. You know, it's like water and oil, you know, it don't mix, you know. But it's entity against the Lord. Look up that word entity.
Strong's G 2189. Echthra. Echthra.
Entity. Cause of entity. Hatred, hostility, a reason of opposition. All right. Being an adversary, man. Against the Lord, man. It can't. It want no dealings with the Lord ways, man. It's not a spirit that the Lord can deal with, being carnal. All right, and that's ultimately not the way. And our people have to. 2/3 of our people are gonna be fall subject to the sword, man. Because they don't understand that they can't beat Esau with his blessing, man. As I stated that, this is Esau's blessing, all right? And ultimately, Esau was set up, to trim you niggas down, man, all right? That's not go, listen to the word of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, man, This is Psalms 17, in verse 13, and it reads, "Arise, O Lord, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword," man. And the wicked is a so-called Caucasian race, man, the nation of Edom, all right, the descendants of Esau, man, all right. They've been blessed by way of their forefather with that blessing, man, the sword, man. And that's how they was able to rape, rob, and murder and pillage throughout the four corners of the earth, man. And put you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, ultimately put you, 2/3 of our people, all right, into put our people as a whole, all right, but the people of our people that don't want to listen, put you in slavery, man, and still in slavery, man, and think you go take Esau by his blessing, man. And this is a mighty man, all right. A prayer of King David. This is a mighty man, a man of war, all right, a man of the Lord's own heart, man, all right. King David, knowing that he couldn't, he was overwhelmed, man. He couldn't withstand, all right, just by himself, all right, without calling upon the Lord, man, all right. Knowing that the Lord is our refuge, all right, our strong tower, man, pertaining to Psalms 91, man, all right. Deliver my soul from the wicked, King David cried to the Lord, man, which is thy sword, man. King David knew that, the wicked, the so-called Caucasian race, the nation of Edom, and these heathens, all right, particularly the nation of Edom, the ambassador of the heathen, all right. Edom, Esau, is the Lord's sword, man, his whipping stick, all right. This Proverbs 16 and 25. There is a way that seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death. Right. Our people have a zeal of the Lord, but not according to knowledge, man. Knowing that this is a spiritual battle. All right. Esau got all type of weapons. All right. Lasers. Starting fires, all right, all type of satellites, drones, you're not gonna defeat Esau at his blessing, man. So it may seem right to take matters into your own hands, but ultimately you're falling subject to the sword, man. And ultimately the Lord's wrath, man. Because this is the Lord's wrath, man. This is ultimately Jacob's trouble. I'm going to get 2 Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 3. For though we walk in the flesh, we do not war after the flesh, for the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, to the pulling down of strongholds, man. Right. It's more so of getting these false philosophies and these these doctrines, these wayward doctrines off our people, man. You know, getting them to understand the truth that they're the Lord's people, man, and they have a responsibility to uphold, and that the Lord's coming to redeem a remnant few that's gonna hearken, man. You know, that's gonna listen, man. That's gonna worship Him in spirit and in truth, and fear Him, man, and not man. All right, not what the flesh, what man can kill the flesh, but and this Acts 2, Salakia. And this is Matthew 10 and 28. And fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul, but rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell, man. And this is hell, man, the place of judgment under the sun, man. You know, where the Lord puts a make of alive and destroys, man, and kills and make of alive, man. You know, the Lord does those things, man. So don't fear the man that can kill the flesh, but fear the man that can kill the flesh and soul, man, which is Yahweh Shai, man. You know, the Father and the Son, man. You know, the true powers that be. All right. Not man. This is Romans 8 and verse 5. For they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh, but they that are after the spirit, the things of the spirit. Right. You know, the wicked is go be wicked and the righteous is go be righteous, man. You know, the righteous is go be meditating continually, man, and praying on to Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua. Where the wicked is go be a doing the fleshly things, man. Worrying about the fleshly things, man. Going out there getting caught up into the hornet's nest, man, in the midst of Jacob's trouble, man. You know, they're going to be met and trimmed down by the sword, man. Esau. For to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. Right, man. To be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. You know. Because ultimately, man, this is the Lord's judgment. And this is Jeremiah 30 and verse 7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it, man. And the he is who? The elect. All right, those who are worshiping Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua in spirit and in truth, and those who seeking salvation, man. You know, doing the things pleasing to the Lord, man. Continually, man. You know, to the best of their ability, man. With the hopes of being saved. All right. But that day is great, man. You know, and this is talking about the times of 70 AD, where we were ransacked by the Romans, all right, and fleeing Roman persecution, man. All right, where the Romans ransacked Jerusalem. Okay, but this time is coming into play again, man. All right, well, there's nothing new under the sun, man. You know, everything is written. Everything that is written for our learning, man. Roughly paraphrasing. All right, that these times are that we're in that right now is Jacob's trouble, man, and it's gonna heighten and it's gonna get to a peak where there's gonna be uproars in the street, man. You know, sedition amongst men. And it's going to be great. You know, and it's going to be here right in the shores of America. All right. In Babylon. All right. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 15. And verse 14, woe to the world and them that dwell therein, For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. Right, the sword, and the destruction, draweth nigh. Because it's the time of the ending of Esau's age, man, his rulership, his kingdom. All right, and he's not going down without a fight. And again, his blessing was the sword, man. All right. So he's coming down with great wrath, man, pertaining to Revelations 12 and 12. All right. So again, man, you're not going to be able to beat Esau with his blessing, man, being the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. All right. So your hope is to deal in the spirit, man, and cling on to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, man. For and destruction draweth nigh, Salakia, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands, and that's that civil unrest, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princesses, man. They're not going to regard authority, all right? They're not going to regard authority. They're going to take matters into their own hands, man. I continue on. And the course of their actions shall stand in their power. And a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid, man. So it's going to be utter chaos on the streets of America, man. All right? And throughout the four corners of the earth, man. And there goes your civil unrest and those not regarding authority, man, which is, this is biblical prophecy. All right. And when I looked up the bill, Senate Bill SB 370, assault weapons and large capacity magazines, all right, that they're trying to pass in Florida. It's a effective date, October 1st, 2021. So I don't know if it just says it's just filed on December 22nd, 2020, and referred to June. Nevertheless, it reads, assault weapons and large capacity magazines prohibit the sale or transfer of assault weapon or a large capacity magazine, providing criminal penalties. Providing possession of assault weapon or a large capacity magazine, requiring certificates of possession for assault weapons or large capacity magazines lawfully possessed before a specific date. Required the Department of Law Enforcement to maintain a file of such certificates, etc. So I don't know, they go back and probably subpoena all these people for records of, because in the state of Florida, there's no transferring. In the state of Florida, there's no, you don't have to register a gun. It's a lock. You don't have to register a gun in the state of Florida. So they're going to actually have to set up a task force. That's the only way, is to set up a task force to go about door to door to figure out who got what. And that'll cause confusion and chaos. So see how this works out. But this is how the devil plays, man. You see, he attacks it by state, all right, federal, all type of ways, all right. Ultimately, gradually to fulfill his will. And this was a week prior, Biden promises to defeat the NRA, the National Rifle Association. All right, President-elect Joe Biden vowed to defeat the NRA in a statement marking 10 years since the assassination attempt of former Democratic Republican Gabby Giffords in the Tucson, Arizona shooting, which happened almost like 10 years. Yeah, it happened like a decade ago when I looked it up, which I did a video on it. It probably on the page that got taken down. I'm not sure if I've uploaded it on this one yet. But it was a video pertaining to, it looked like another stage shooting from the past, but nevertheless, he took a shot at the NRA earlier this month, and right after that, NRA filed for bankruptcy, and then you see in these states basically, going the way of the state of California as far as with magazines and approaching, they creeping up on the Second Amendment, which ultimately go cause chaos in the streets of America. You know how Esau feel about his guns, all right? As well as, hey, you see how Jake feel about his guns, man. All right? But that's Esau's blessing, you know? And Yahweh Ratazada's lesson was edifying. I want to end off by saying, Call Halayim La, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Ha, Rakah Kwadash, Shema Amath. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Double honors to my elder as well, Harwan Bayasharala, from the Lions Den Camp. And salutations to the fellow Akim, Atwafim, and children that believe in truth and in sincerity. Shalom.